Welcome to our next Busting the Delegating Myths session. I'm Lisa Curly Malice. This is Laura LaCursi, and we are super glad you're here. This is what we know after working with hundreds of clients. The one way that you can get back your time, the easiest, the quickest, is through delegating. 168 hours in the week. Some of those you're sleeping. Some of those you're actually showering. The rest of the time, you're probably working, you're spending with your family, and you will run out of time if you try to do everything yourself. So we have looked at the top 4 myths our clients thought before we talked with them, and we're busting them for you this week. First, who are we? I'm a time strategist, which means that I work with clients who used to have it all together. They had their time management handled, and then all of a sudden something happened and they start juggling all these balls and they're worried that something's going to fall. We've all been there. We all get that. What we help you do here at Impacted Strategies is we help you figure out how you can regain control of your day so that you have more time to do what you love. And with me is Laura LaCursi.
Thank you, Lisa. Yes, I am Laura LaCursi, owner of Elite Virtual Assistants. So we also help people with their delegating skills with our virtual assistant services. We provide those services to attorneys and small business owners, basically helping you get out from being in the weeds of your business so that you can actually grow and work on your business. So we take those little tasks and do them for you. So we are going to bust myth number 2, which is I don't have anyone to delegate to. And we're here to tell you that you do. I think one of the big stigmas, though, is that people tend to think that this needs to be a bigger position than what it really has to be. So it's not necessarily, you don't have to bring in somebody full-time or even somebody part-time. It can be micro time, right? It could be 1 or 2 hours a week. And what's important to understand is the tasks that you're going to offload that could take somebody 1 to 2 hours a week is going to free up 10 times that in your schedule because you're trying to do these little things and fit them in where you can, where somebody is just going to be hyper-focused and working on these things for 1 to 2 hours a week for you, and you will be amazed at what can be done in that time because they're not multitasking other things. They're working strictly on that task for you. And so I think that's really, one of the things to consider is that it's, it can be as small as 1 to 2 hours a week. And if you're looking, the virtual assistant route and, if an agency maybe is too big for you at this point, look around you. Look for recommendations, talk to other business owners, join some Facebook groups. If you don't know anybody who's using a virtual assistant, go on recommendations. I know a lot of times people have, they get a little gun shy when it comes to, offloading something to somebody who isn't sitting right next to you, especially if this whole concept of a remote worker is new to you. So ask for recommendations or go into some Facebook groups and see if there are, sometimes VAs will be in there and they will actually be looking to build their portfolio and do some things for you pro bono, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when we're looking at building your portfolio, another great option is interns. And
Yeah.
you can utilize an intern who is going to school for something specific. So I was just speaking to someone yesterday who said, I have an intern doing all my social media right now. She says this woman is killing it for her. She's like, they just sign new clients randomly off social media. She's like, which never happens. And she says, I'm paying her $120 twice a month. She's like, every 2 weeks, it's $120. She said, it is so well worth it. And some interns may be completely pro bono as they, it could be college credit or whatever. So look for what are some places that you need to grab some help in that may not be your best skill set, or maybe it is your skill set, but it's something you don't like doing. Or maybe it's not your skill set and you don't like doing it and you're not very good at it. Get an intern who's studying in that field. So that's one place, like always, my number one place where I share clients to start to look to delegate. is with virtual assistants. And not just because Laura and I are doing this right now, but I think that is the easiest and quickest way to start moving some things off your plate. Another one is interns. And then another one of my favorite resources that is definitely underutilized is people who are retired and who are just looking for a couple extra hours of work. And some of it may be in the area that they retired from. Some of it could just be getting out of the house. And one of my clients hired someone to be a courier for her. It was less expensive than actually hiring a courier service. And this person could run, pick things up. I'm thinking of the story Laura and I were talking about before we jumped on here, like having a courier to run, papers from one place to another would be ideal. Not something you want to do as a business owner, but definitely something you could delegate out. So if you're thinking you have no one to delegate to, we just gave you a whole bunch of examples. So I feel like that's not exactly true.
Myth busted.
Yes. So thank you all for joining us today. Tomorrow we are going to continue down this path. We're going to explore and bust for you our third myth. So be sure to join us at 1 o'clock Eastern.
Yes. And then next week, Lisa and I have a free masterclass coming up on Thursday, the 11th at 1 o'clock again. It's the magical time. And we are going to dig really deep into the, who you should delegate to and who you should, no, not the who, I'm sorry, the what. Sorry about that. The what you should delegate and what you should not. And then we're going to talk more about how are you going to actually do it and who are you going to delegate to?
Right. Because we only gave you a couple ideas today. We have so many more. Yeah. So definitely register for our masterclass. We'll make sure that we put the link in the comments below. And if you have additional comments or questions or challenges that you're facing, please post them because we can answer them tomorrow at 1.
Yes. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Take care.